talk a little bit about how you get to this number of 4 million subscribers. That's the potential.
Sure. So, we can start with 129 million households in the U.S. Roughly half of that are people earning more than $50,000 a year. And you continue to whittle that number down sort of based on the survey work that we did. We get to about a 15 million household number. And that's the number of people that we think can not only afford it, but are interested potentially in owning the product. And then from there, we think that they can get to peak subscribers within the U.S. of about 3 million. You add another million to that internationally, and that's where we get our 4 million number from.
Do you care mainly about the sub revenue, or is the original sales relevant, or is that just a sort of one-off bonus, as it were?
Well, I think that the two are clearly connected to one another, but I think from a valuation perspective, if you can convince investors that you're building a large, profitable, sustainable subscription business, investors are falling all over themselves to be a part of those types of companies. And ultimately, I think that's what Peloton is doing. And I think, management makes it no secret that that's how they want this company to be valued in a long term. And I think a lot of their actions would support that's their long-term view.
Is there still a litigation overhang from the music publishers or not?
It's hard for me to say that that's entirely behind us, but I think the majority of it is. Basically, on a go-forward basis, they pay essentially a percentage of revenues towards the music studios. Periodically, they have to then pay sort of one-time, lumpy payments for content used in the past. But I actually think that should be a tailwind in fiscal 2020 and beyond as we lap a lot of those one-time payments.
James, is there any other company that's positioned to give Peloton a run for its money?
I don't think so. So based on the survey results that we did, very few of the many alternatives that are out there really rose to the level of being a legitimate threat to Peloton. I guess the one company that we're going to be following pretty closely is SoulCycle, is looking to make an at-home bike. They've teased that's going to come out at some point this year. And I think a lot of consumers, just given the brand strength of that SoulCycle name in that cycling space, would at least be willing to give that a shot, or at least a look. Obviously, the specs, the pricing, the timetable are all going to be important, but that's one that we've got our eyes on.
James, I see in your research you're on about 12 times average workouts per month from subscribers. Are you a subscriber? How many? I reckon I'm a little ahead of that, actually. probably above average, about 13, 14. Where do you fall?
Wow, I'm impressed. Probably
so you've got to
less
up your
than
average.
That.
It's gone up to 12.01 now.
Probably less than that. I would tell you that I was initially a skeptic about all of this. I got the product. I was impressed with the hardware and the software. But really the work that we did on the consumer side, doing some of the survey work that we did, really blew me away. I think there's a significant portion of people that don't own the product that are interested in the product. And then among actual Peloton owners, Peloton users, satisfaction was through the roof. 97% of people were satisfied based on the work that we did. 2/3 of people had lost weight. Nearly 50% of people that own the product actually said it made them happier. And so with results like those, I think they have a bright future ahead of them.
There we go. Two-thirds have lost weight, you see.
Yeah. Fantastic. It's really paying off for you.
How it came out.